Hello and welcome back to your own channel Indian Defense Analysis, where we bring to you all the latest development happening in the defense sector.
As per the latest report from the print, the elite fighter pilots of Indian Navy have not landed on an aircraft carrier for nearly 2 years, and the wait is expected to get longer. While Indian Navy has 2 aircraft carriers, none of them are operationally ready. This is a serious concern for Indian Navy, which has to safeguard Eastern and Western Seaboard. But why and how this has happened, we will analyze in detail in today's video. On 20th July, Indian Navy has reported a fire incident on INS Vikramaditya, which was undergoing sea trial after 18 months of a refit cum maintenance. The fire was brought under control by ship's crew using onboard system and no casualties have been reported. While the exact assessment of damage is not available, the aircraft carrier will be out of action for some months, which leaves Indian Navy with no aircraft carrier operational at the moment. Earlier, in 2021 and 2019, 2 more incidents were reported. Besides this incident, the aircraft carrier has to also undergo routine maintenance for months. Now, as we all know that indigenous aircraft carrier INS Vikrant has been commissioned on 2nd September with all bells and whistles. While the induction of INS Vikrant, India would have 2 operational aircraft carriers, one each for Eastern and Western Seaboard. This deadly duo would not only help India to protect its water, sea lanes of communication and trade interest, but also project India's power far from her shores. However, the aircraft will be fully operational only by the end of 2023. Even after 2023, when both the aircraft carriers are ready, they will have to undergo scheduled maintenance, and Vikramaditya, being a much older warship, has to quite frequently undergo maintenance, leaving Indian Navy with only maybe we can say 1.5 aircraft carrier. This is the reason why the defense planners and Navy should immediately plan for IAC-2, that is Indigenous Aircraft Carrier 2. The INS Vikramaditya is a Soviet-era refurbished ship launched in 1982 when I was not even born and was commissioned into Indian Navy in the year 2013. The life of the hull of the ship from 1982, the day of commissioning, to the present day is approximately 40 years. The aircraft carrier has a typical age of maximum 50 years, which Vikramaditya will reach in the year 2032. As the ship ages out, its maintenance becomes more frequent and costly. It becomes more of a liability than an asset. Therefore, Navy would look to decommission the carrier after 2032, leaving it with only one aircraft carrier, INS Vikrant. Further, in order to meet the ever-evolving challenges in Indian Ocean region, and given India's growing global stature and importance in Quad, a strong Indian Navy is a strategic necessity. This gains significance given an expansionist China that plans to have 10 aircraft carrier by 2050. At the same time, the experience, know-how, and know-why gained from IAC-1 project must be forwarded before it meets the fate of German Type 209 class submarine, whose transfer of technology to India did not deliver any indigenous design for conventional submarine. Aircraft carriers are billion-dollar investment and has to be planned much ahead in terms of timeline and expenses. It's not just aircraft carrier that need to be built. There should be weapons, sensors, fighter jets that has also to be procured and integrated to make it fully operational and combat ready. The high cost factor that is cited does not take into account the long period involved in making the aircraft carrier, which generates huge employment opportunities, provides business to local industries, and encourages indigenous shipbuilding. There is no denying that aircraft carriers are expensive assets, but only when one considers their initial cost of acquisition. If you look into the report of New Delhi-based Manohar Parrikar Institute of Defense Studies and Analysis, they say that when this cost is divided over the average life of an aircraft carrier, which could be anywhere between 40 to 45 years and maybe 50 years, it works out similar to the 2 destroyers with an average lifespan of 25 years.
This was today's update. Please let us know your views on this in comment section. If you like the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. With this, I would like to say goodbye and Jai Hind. We'll soon back with more interesting and amazing development happening in the defense sector.